Welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. I was going to do a little preamble just to say that I put together a few clips from before we went to Georgia. And so I'll show those, and then I'll show you the beginning of the workshop and the tour of the Museum of the Booth Museum in Cartersville, Georgia. And then part two, it was just too much to put in one video, so that I would just say this to you and say that, well, it'll be part two, and I'll put that one up in a couple of days. But thanks for watching, and we had such a good time. It was a very successful workshop. I was really, really happy that Scott brought his big painting just for fun. Sometimes in workshops, we bring things as examples for different lighting, paintings that might have been done from photos, paintings that might have done from life, just to show harmonies or approaches, multiple approaches of how to do stuff. And because we were driving, Scott just happened to bring a whole bunch. And but he absolutely sold his big one. So that was very good. It was really great. And we sold a bunch of devils and some other paintings that we brought. So it really cheered us up about art. Sometimes I'm always curious, like, should I talk more about things that we deal with in the art world? And sometimes I think, is that oversharing? Do people just want to watch and have fun, or do people really want transparency? And I straddle that because I am just someone that likes to share everything. I feel like I'm an open book. I'm almost too much of an open book, but it was a good week. It was a good weekend. I mean, it was super hot, but really great people. The facility was great. So I'll just let you watch this video, and then I'll put part two up in a couple of days. Thanks for watching. Hey Scott, could you tell me what you've done so far?
Oh, sure.
So you've painted the floor, and the floor is just a bunch of different cans of paint that you found,
Yep.
and it just turned green. So we obviously had a lot of greens in something.
There was some green, yeah. I put this light up.
Oh, let's see.
Fluorescent light up.
And you're going to put another one up, but maybe not right this second.
I might put some more.
Because you have those other ones that plug right in.
I put two outlets. This is wired to the switch.
Yeah.
So I can always put more.
I do think that you will need one, like over here for this like table.
I have storage stored over here, so I might not need it.
No. You'll need it.
But that's why I had them.
You're so funny. Everything that you've done, you're like, no, I don't need it.
I had them install these two for that reason, in case
Yeah.
I need them. And I'll just put them on a wireless switch.
Because that's what you have in your studio, is that they're plugged in, and then.
Yeah.
And so you've just painted the walls, the floor, and you've also done stuff to this door.
Yeah, so right now, so this door had a huge gap in here.
Yeah, because it's
you
an
can see
outbuilding.
here, this here, I put.
Oh, so you added this.
I just added this. I might not even need anything now. Closes totally seals it really well.
Because we want to store nice things in here, like good boxes, and not
for
have.
the top here.
I mean, as many bugs
And
as
I just
possible.
got this. It sticks a little bit, but that's okay. That's what I want. So I put this in at the bottom. It's got.
Oh,
these
that's what you did for
flaps.
my studio
Right.
too, so we don't get
And so
like,
this way, no
crawlies.
bugs or things come in. And that door seals really
This
well. It
garage
has a
door
really
seals
good
really
seal,
good.
so,
And what's this piece of wood here?
this is going to be for the top up here. So see how I have this sealed? So if you look, because nothing's straight here, there's a big gap up here that goes to the outside. So I'm just going to put this piece up against this, so it goes against this door here.
Yeah.
And the side is fine. So
No, I think that looks really good, and paint it white.
that should, no, paint it white. That should seal everything really well. I just used the finishing nails from this, the nail gun.
Yeah.
And just put them in there, and so it was pretty easy.
Okay, good. You've been working on this little by little, and
Little by little, so it's coming along.
it always takes longer than you think.
It's
and
nice getting
it was
it
hard.
sealed.
It takes a two-person job to put that light up, and so you had me hold like a broom or like a rolling thing to keep one end up while you screwed it in.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I needed two people in your studio, because we were up on high ladders.
Yeah.
And but other than that, it wasn't hard to wire it up. I did before, so.
No, I'm just gonna say it now. You do need an extra light because
It'll be fine.
just to see things and to be bright in here and
It's amazing at night how bright this is.
yeah,
So,
yeah. But you have them, so you might as well put them.
No, totally good.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's coming along.
All right.
Yeah.
Inside kitties are watching Daddy feed outside kitties. It's nice that on a good day they can sit here and they can even watch Scott way out at his studio work on his new workshop. Oh, we hear birds. Hi, Figgy. We hear birds. Hi, Theo. You're very sleepy. I can't see you through the mesh that well. Hi, Pee-Pee. You're so cute. Oh, there you go. It's easier to see from far away. You can hardly keep your eyes open. Oh, my baby. Oh! You're the cutest. This is a photo my neighbor David sent us, and he wanted to show how tiny the tiniest little egg is. Look at that. That's a dime. Oh my gosh. I mean, it has to be that small bird that did that, the smallest little one, the little woodpecker looking one. But that's amazing. Eggs are amazing. I don't know, you can see that mesh. I had to put that since we're leaving tomorrow, I didn't have time to really do something professional, but the deer were eating the heads of my flowers. I swear to God, how dare they? So I've just been putting mesh. I think that they're getting up to my blackberries. I even saw deer hoof prints in there, over there. So I've just been putting this clear mesh over everything. And I just love how many butterflies. I mean, it's so fun to sit here. I've never had flowers like this in a bed like that where they're kind of wild. And see all the butterflies? It's so, so, so pretty. We're packing up the car because we're heading to Cartersville, Georgia tomorrow. And Scott wanted to replace the headlights with some new bulbs. Oh my gosh, it's so warm. And it's going to be even warmer in Georgia, but we'll be inside. Scott and I are driving to Cartersville, Georgia. And we are driving through the western mountains of North Carolina. We're going to get to Asheville soon. I just thought I'd show you a little bit of our trip. We passed Asheville, but you don't see the city from the road. You just see trees. And then we headed south. It was so much better. We decided to go, it's like a half hour longer to go this route than to go straight down through Charlotte and Atlanta. And we've driven that before and it really is stressful. We get to see more mountains this way. It's just a little bit longer. Western North Carolina, it's very hilly, so from our house to Cartersville on GPS it's telling Scott that I felt like we were going downhill for 40 minutes. And he says we are. I guess because we were going up so slowly getting to Asheville that now since we're doing all these twisty turny roads, it's much more noticeable because you're going down quicker. But so yeah, you got to ride the brake a lot.
We were talking about that with the Appalachian Mountains, how it took a long time to find a route through.
Town.
Oh my
Look
God,
at
it's so
this!
pretty.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there's river rafting. Oh my gosh, that looks like where they go through the little cones. I don't know where we are. Oh, Nantahala? Oh.
Let's see if there's somewhere I can park.
Okay, so we could tell that there were a lot of river rafting places and things along the side, but the road was so twisty and turny. So if you guys, it is Nantahala. And maybe we'll just get out and stretch our feet. Stretch our legs, not our feet. We've never been to this town before. I've heard of it. I know it has a lot of just outdoor activity. Oh yeah, look. Oh my gosh, this is so adorable. Just the energy of the water. You just feel it. Oh yeah, we could walk across this cute little bridge. Okay. They're saying that this, I think, started in 1972 when some friends came and converted something into a motel. And now it's turned into a place where there's just a lot of people river raft. You know, even though we live in North Carolina, we don't really take advantage of all the beauty. I'm definitely more of a mountain person than I am a beach person. I've always, you know, I prefer to be around trees. Scott's still reading the history. I glance at the first line and then I keep walking. I could never be like a history teacher. There's a little village back here. And it really was all up and down the road. So we just saw lots and lots of little kayaking places, but there's all kinds of restaurants and outfitters. And obviously, Scott was telling me that they have trained more Olympic kayakers in this place than any other place. Probably because of they built it and the water, you know, just the river being so consistent. So we're just gonna go for a little walk and then get back on the road. But people can swim in this water too because it's really, really shallow.
Clouds.
Oh yeah, the clouds are so gorgeous. This is a map of this little town where they have cabins and schools to teach you how to river raft. But look at Great Smoky Mountains Railroad.
Order for Katie. Katie, to the window, please.
Goes right through here. If you're interested in river rafting or kayaking, NOC.com in Western North Carolina.
Nice trail for you.
Yeah, I was saying to Scott that, oh, that is a nice trail. I was telling him how it was just way too hot for me to go for a walk. I am delicate. It's always something to think about coming back, like maybe slightly off season. I think the last time that we've been river rafting twice, once in Montana and once in West Virginia.
Trail goes down
And the time we went in West Virginia was like October 8th. And I remember we did actually have to wear wetsuits because it was chilly, but I'm curious what I prefer. Do I prefer freezing or like heat stroke? Do I have to choose? I mean, can't I have something in the middle? Wow, there's people all the way down here. I bet you people get dropped off.
Oh, absolutely.
And then they just ride back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these buses type of thing. They probably just drop people off because there's so many
You get dropped
people.
off upriver and you float down.
No,
Just-
that's fun. I
just
like
in
going
our-
downstream.
like our river.
Yeah, we have a river kind of near us that does the same thing.
Oh. The bus.
This must be the touristy Smoky Mountain train. And then I think they get on or off and the bus picks them up, and look at how long that train is. I even picked up my phone late. And we've been seeing the rivers now on this side, and we still see rafters.
That's the end of the train.
Oh, there's the end. So yeah, really long river rafting if you want to. I'm kind of jealous. Although it's too hot right now, but it would be fun in the future. There was an unforeseen, who knows, a truck, something tipping over and literally stopping us for an hour. And we were nervous about our car overheating, so we got off the road after waiting, and decided to go into a town. But look at how adorable this is. I really thought this would be one of those towns that you might almost be scared to walk around in. You know, just a town in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. I mean, no offense, but you know, like off. We kept looking at our phone and we're like, there's nothing around. So we were nervous about our car overheating, and this town is hopping.
Feels like Fredericksburg.
This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I don't want to exaggerate, but we're just trying to find parking right now that has shade, but we'll just keep going around the town. I don't know where this town is called, but I mean, obviously there's something nearby. We were literally an hour away from, and we just got stopped. And I mean, traffic for miles just stopped. I mean, so yeah, we just decided we're not going to make it to the booth today, which is okay. All right. I see shade, but somebody's already got it. We will find shade. We will. It looks very touristy, so there must be something nearby. This town is actually called Blue Ridge. We couldn't find, I mean, there's a lot of parking, but we were just trying to hope for, you know, shade, just because we have paintings and stuff in the car. But okay, hey, if we're gonna be stranded somewhere, let's be stranded in an adorable town. I've Googled it, and I guess Blue Ridge is very famous for a train. The BR Scenic Railway. And so they obviously, this is why there's so many tourists here. We just got to the Booth Academy, and it's a really big room. And oh my gosh, I have 7 students, so not that much, but with Scott, that's 8, and 2 models, which is a luxury. Usually when you only have a small class, I always knew it was going to be a little bit of a small class, just because of the fact that for some reason I chose the very, very, very middle of July. And if this works out and if this is a great experience, then I'll probably try and come back in like September or October. But since I can do anything I want, I'm actually they gave us these big high chairs, but Scott and I are both gonna be sitting when we paint, so we're gonna have the models sit at the same level. But then in the afternoon, we have another model. That's great. And the Booth Museum is literally, you can see it outside the door. So we're going to take the students there probably right at 4 today or tomorrow or something. So I'll try and take little snippets of what's happening. Scott is still going to get our stuff. I wanted to show the fact that some teachers do these little demos. He said as almost like promotion. And I was like, wow, these are so elaborate. I'm gonna feel really, really, really guilty that I don't do one. And then they tell you about who all the different teachers are, and he says that there's more. Holy cow. Look at these elaborate, no, these look like prints. Yeah, those are not real paintings. Okay, here we go. Here's some more. Yeah, you know, instead of like doing a palette or something, they do a little painting. He says it's totally, oh, look at that. Just that little face right there. And so he said that this building was a grocery store. Look, hey. Hi. Hi. Hello. Was a grocery store, he said, in the 40s and 50s. And I guess, I don't know if the museum bought this, but look at, there are so many classrooms. So you could have, I think probably as the school gets There's Kent, and there's like a library and stuff over on that side of the building. But look at how big these classrooms are. And they have good lights. We brought our lights because we drove. We finally did get to the hotel pretty late. We literally zonked out. So we didn't do anything last night. We got a very, very long sleep. Ready to go. So I'm gonna have the model down. Radical.
So she said she's posed at the Palace, which is the art club where we opened with, and where Richard Schmidt moved back to. Oh, she did. She
Okay,
did.
yeah, get your blood moving.
She said she has friends who live in Oak Park too.
Yes, isn't that amazing?
Amanda. It's so fun. We didn't expect
I
to meet
know.
anybody who knew the Palace.
Wait, why are we so different, Scott?
We just are different. It's great.
How is that?
And I love you.
How are these both the same model and the same art supplies? I don't get it. It doesn't seem natural. You don't have to pose. No. You chill.
Yeah.
Unless we are literally sitting down, you chill. I want you to like, yeah.
How do you have your canvas attached to the substrate?
Oh, it has clips.
She has them
Oh,
on the side.
tape, yeah.
How's the canvas to
I want to get her eyes nice and get some.
Yeah, no, it
details
looks
in it.
really, really good.
Have you guys been to the Sergeant show?
We're going.
In New
We're
York?
going in a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go and stay there
Trying to
for.
figure out if I need to
We're
get
staying there
that
for
or
a
what.
week.
Oh my gosh. No, we're only there for a day.
Oh, only a day. Oh.
We're gonna fly in and see the Sergeant show, and then I just think it looks really cool. I'm gonna work on my demo a tiny bit. The closest place to eat that was really fast is the actual museum. So we just ran over here, got tuna fish sandwiches. You could sit outside. They let you just walk in through the lobby and go to the restaurant if you want. We went to another restaurant, but there was gonna be a wait. We have to be back by 1.
Great models.
Baseball fields here, and they have games all the time. I think that brings a lot of people in.
You know what took us?
Playing high school baseball.
Oh yeah. What took? Oh, no.
The Marietta.
Okay. Then I varnished it. Then I put oil on it. But you don't necessarily have to, because it was acrylics. You could have probably worked on it, but with the charcoal on there, I didn't want, when I put some washes, because I put more red on, I would take it off and I'd wipe it off. Once you varnished it, then you can continue to wipe things down and have what you've got underneath it, okay? So,
But can you put charcoal on top of it?
I don't
top of the
think
front?
it would fit too well. Maybe you could do it with brush or something on top of it, but it's probably not gonna adhere that well to varnish.
Yeah.
But it's possible. You can just test it. You can test it.
How does it fit in with all the other paintings they have?
Yeah.
Because the style
Yeah.
goes from pastels to watercolors to oils.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, her hair is
Battery's
looking
blinking
crazy.
now, so it's probably getting close to going out, but I'll plug it in.
I'm gonna tweak this, of course, some more. It's a very subtle painting, so I don't think it shows up too well. Isn't that funny? It gets really dark.
It's taken over the whole.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
yes.
no, I was having a lot of issues with the jaw and the neck because it was disappearing completely into the
I
background.
see what you mean, yeah, you can do
I
that.
don't think it's showing up. This is weird.
Keep it to the face and just get some stuff down there.
I think I can.
I like it. Yeah. I would.
We're going to lunch.
I would let it dry.
Her hair really was the story of this whole painting.
Because that way, if it's thoroughly.
Scott is going to work on this in the afternoon. Now, I'm very scared that he's going to overdo it, but I really do love that graphicness. He's playing a lot with the rubber tool and bringing back some of the canvas. But yeah, profiles are always exciting, no matter what.
You're so inspiring.
Thank you, Susan.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes.
Second day of class, and this is the entrance of the Booth Museum. It is half a block right around the corner from the Booth Academy. They're both owned by the same, people. And we're getting a tour. The class was able to come over and get a tour from somebody, so this would be wonderful. This is the lobby. We're waiting for the man to come get us. We're waiting also for the rest of our class to show up. We're waiting for Seth. And so, oh, this is interesting. So this must be all kinds of artists that have done these little sketches. It's fun to see if you can, know who did them by their handwriting. I don't know, I wonder if these are just artists that have come and done things at the museum, or if these have to do with people who've done stuff at the school. But yeah, there's Logan's up there. Now, that one's pretty elaborate. Oh, that's like a collage.
Is that a cool idea?
That's
though?
paper.
As artists come to the museum.
Yeah,
They
okay.
will do that. They will do paintings, a little Moscow.
Wow, so just any artist that comes, just they put them in here and they give them a brush?
You can tell there's more blank pages.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's a fun idea, because there's blank canvases. You can tell some are just a lot more elaborate than others, but this is fun. Yeah, that's a fun little landscape. Definitely. Oh, John Moyers. Excellent. Yeah, great idea. Yeah. Oh, okay. Awesome. Let's go out there.
Frederick Remington.
Yeah.
This is the first sculpture he ever did. Might be the greatest, best known piece of Western art in the world. The Bronco Buster.
I didn't know that was his first sculpture. That's amazing.
They cast about 300 of them between his lifetime, his wife's lifetime, and his wife's sister's lifetime. In his day as a painter than he ever was as a sculptor. He comes down to us today, and we don't even know he was a painter hardly.
Yeah.
Because his sculpture is so ubiquitous. So many knockoffs everywhere. So we've entered our permanent collection galleries, and the Booth Museum exists primarily to collect living contemporary artists. But we want to give you an overview of where the history of Western art has come from. So we got this timeline on the wall here. Starts with Catlin and Bodmer, the two earliest Western artists of note, the 1830s over there. Out there going up and down the Missouri River trying to document the Indians because we thought they'd be gone within a generation between the loss of habitat, disease, and a little warfare here and there. They were getting gone pretty quickly. But a generation later, you have John McStanley and Albert Jacob Miller out there doing the same. And we shift our interest away from the Native Americans and some of these more warlike images and more to the landscape. And that's when you get the second generation Hudson River school guys going west, and everything in the Hudson River had already been painted 3 times, so they had to go west and find something else to paint. So Bierstadt and Moran, 2 of the best in that bunch. By the time you get to Frederick Remington and Charlie Russell, to turn the because that's what would sell. So they often were dressing the Tassanians in plains costuming to fit their needs, which I had an interesting experience with that, where I was, instead of being in Free West, I was on a big island of Hawaii on the Parker Ranch, one of the biggest ranches in this country, in the middle of Hawaii, Honolulu, right? And the cowboys there wear t-shirts and ball caps and sneakers most of the time. And the photographer I was with was really upset because it didn't fit his eye, it didn't fit the book he's working on famous ranches. These guys weren't wearing cowboy hats and boots. So, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
It's funny because that's similar with Carlson's been frontline for a very long time in Chicago. And so I was visiting him in Idaho. And I was out pacing out west for years.
So this is George Carlson, done in 1991. It's quite dark in this museum, so maybe my pictures aren't coming out the best, but you know, the paintings are all well lit, so that's important. This is Kenneth Riley. This is beautiful. I mean, the colors are quite subtle. I wasn't quite sure what to expect from this museum, but yeah, I think in general you're always surprised that there's more things that you like than what you think you would. I'll do a quick kind of pan. Pretty colors in that one. Yeah, it definitely is very striking. Captures you, makes you want to walk towards it. Beautiful colors. A beautiful Maynard Dixon. A lot of contemporary artists are very inspired by him, which you can see why. I always love looking at carriages. It's so fun. Could you imagine? I mean, I don't even like long car rides. Even the car ride that Scott and I did to here seemed like sometimes like we were being tortured. But could you imagine? Oh wow. Do you ever think about, could you survive back then? I do, all the time. And I say no. To be perfectly honest. They've had a couple of Russell cases, which is nice. Yeah, they look beautiful in here. Someone in my class said that they just acquired a Jane Hunt. And yeah, it's very dramatic. It made me want to walk towards it for sure. Those clouds are stunning. You know, oh my gosh, yeah, and look at all the colors. It probably isn't showing up, but like, yeah, look at all that. Really nice. And against that orange wall, isn't it fascinating to think of putting orange in a gallery? But that particular one really, really works against it. This is a Walt Gonski, and I have never seen a Walt Gonski this elaborate. I'd say a lot of the ones I've seen have always been smaller, but this is a really mega scene, looking down on a town. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've never met him before. I've known lots of people who know him, but yeah, definitely very distinctive. Somebody's singing. Oh, there he is. Somebody's singing. That is pretty cool.
Painting, and I predicted in my mind bad things. But I went to him and I said, Josh, I don't know what's going to happen with that painting, but if it doesn't sell, it's still an important painting in your career, and I'm glad to see you step out there and do something different and you know, really push yourself and go in another direction.
And this is a Dean Mitchell. I hope I don't miss anybody I know, but sometimes on this tour you I might not notice if it's somebody's painting. But this is really fun. This is good. Look at that bush. I mean, it really looks translucent. There's always so much to see in a museum. It can be overwhelming. So this is Glenna Goodacre. Holy cow, that's huge. And we were saying how we can tell that that's a Christensen because you can just tell by his style. This is a very, very magnificent museum. So there's sculpture. This is sort of like the back area, so we can see sculpture everywhere. And then we walked in this way, and there's sculpture all over that way. And the school is literally, you can kind of see it from the edge of the lawn. Goodness, what is this?
This painting is his love letter to America, his new country. And he said it represents for him the greatest thing about America. Doesn't happen where he grew up, doesn't happen in most of the world. Peaceful transfer of power. But he said when he saw the gallery we're going to next, this painting needed to stay next to that gallery until we did find a buyer for it. So he gave tours for 10 years saying if you knew anybody with 1.2 million might want to buy this painting, particularly if they might want to donate it back to the museum, let me know. Well, the guy in the picture up there shaking hands with the artist, got the ball cap on, stepped out of line one day and said, who do I need to talk to about that? And wound up buying this painting. Wow. He also got to cash in the BOGO, which I haven't told you about, with the anonymous family. That was one page
this is very
signed
dark.
by each president.
Oh, presidential room. Okay. Oh, just like photographs and stuff. Okay. For people who like presidential stuff.
And then probably a bad thing because she had much higher expectations after that. But I brought her up to see our collection. It was in a temporary space where we had offices. She walked around the whole place and came back and said, I really like this one. I said, really? I like it a lot too. What do you like about it? She said, well, if I could get some scissors and cut this out right here, this is a great abstract painting. Ignoring the rim lighting on these guys. Yeah. And what a spectacular job he's done with that subject. And being so audacious to give up half the canvas.
Well, yeah, that's what, I mean, you can't have the light pop without the dark.
And this painting.
This is James Reynolds.
That's pretty neat.
That's how they invented beef
How about this hotel?
smoked beef brisket.
Yeah, they were cooking.
And then people always ask me what's my favorite painting. I don't say I have a favorite. That would be like picking your favorite kid. Although some days that's an easy question too. Scott Christensen, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the one I wish I could just haul off and jump in the middle of some days.
Yeah.
And notice how well he does
Look at
this.
those trees, the
another friend of ours.
abstraction.
Look at the backgrounds and look at how there's no darks back there.
Yeah.
It gives you that atmosphere. And as you come back, he's in the middle ground to get darker than the ones in the background, but they're still quite a bit lighter.
Yeah.
The true, just a couple
Well,
of pure darker darks in the foreground.
And we've just been talking so much about holding the lights together and holding the darks together, because it's I have to see it from across the room. But then within that light, you can have fun. You can be crazy and but they have to hold up from far away.
Well, and when you
This is huge.
So if you remember the themes that we encountered in the other building, cowboys, Native Americans, wildlife and landscape, movie-inspired imagery, those same subjects are repeated over here. And the point is, that's not old and this is new. I mean, after we left those first two galleries that have the timeline, it's the same time period. In fact, much of this work might be older.
It's a big museum and I'm getting tired. I'm wearing a heavy backpack. And I want to eat dinner. But this is a great place. I mean, if you really have the time to kind of look at the history and kind of look at all the paintings and all the sculptures and the story of the sculptures. So yeah, there is a lot to see. I actually really like looking at like the outfits and the regalia. That's kind of, I mean, that's one of my favorite things actually. I'm not usually into like hyper realistic art, but this cow is very cute. And I could see somebody putting that on a giant wall in their house. Some of the sculpture.
Jane Hunt is in the last.
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful, dramatic cloud scene. Oh my gosh, so we're not gonna have time to see the downstairs. It's a huge, huge, huge museum. This is the Thomas Blackshear. Painted in 2008.
That church was built in 1797.
Amazing, it was painted that long ago.
South of Tucson. Imagine what kind of technology they had to work with there.
I think we're all getting tired and the museum wants to close, so the guards and everybody who works here is kind of like kind of waiting for us to leave. Oh my god, this is Eric Michaels. I've never seen a painting like this of his. I think I've only seen watercolors. That's really nice. That is Gary Ernest Smith. He's been on TV before. I think I've seen them do something about him on Sunday morning. Yeah, that has a look of like Fortuny or Sorolla. So this is a Spanish painter. He died in 1952. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, look at that. Like, yeah, the values are all so close, and only this boy in the foreground. Really cool.
So the guy that owns that